Okay, I just finished up sanding down what's hopefully my finishing touches to the topping using that LED light. Should hopefully be ready for primer in the morning. I'm sure my friend John gets here, we'll take a look around, see if we notice anything else needs sanded down, but for the most part, I think it's ready to go. Doing a quick video because the whole time I was doing that, I've had it on my mind what to do about these baseboards. I know it's going to create a situation once the wood floor goes down, and it's time to try to line them up. Like I said, the point of these videos, I'm no professional. Sharing what I've learned, taking comments, learning, trying to be transparent with this. I know there was a point in my life I used to like watching This Old House and HGTV, and I didn't realize it till I started doing this kind of stuff that they leave a whole lot of stuff out. And I've heard people at work mention, I always wanted to flip houses, always want to remodel, and they'll talk about their favorite shows, and I'll say, yeah, I mean, it's cool. I like watching it, and I love all that, but at the same time, they leave a whole lot out. Even some of these videos you see, people showing stuff, there's still different things left out. At work, I ended up training quite a few people, and I always thought back to when I was trained, and people didn't really want to share a lot of knowledge, or they just hurry up. They were just kind of subconsciously doing their job and forgetting some details that to them was not that important, but when you're new, it could make a big difference in performance. So and then you got other people that just want to keep all the knowledge to themselves, and came to call them gatekeepers. But okay, so what I'm thinking on these baseboards, I had the thought maybe so I went over and measured those baseboards, and then the floor, that's 1/4 inch, probably what I'll be buying. So those baseboards came up 7.5 inches plus the 1/4 inch. I had the idea to run like, get my tape measure, do 7 inches 3/4 up, which would match that height. And then like mark it with a carpenter knife, and just kind of mark it all along, mark out a straight line, come through with orbital sander, belt sander, whatever, sand it down, because thinking into it, I don't want to be doing a bunch of sanding and carrying on with a fresh floor put down and then having to clean it back up. A lot of times this dust gets into the wood grain and have a hard time cleaning it back out. So with a fresh new floor down, it really would rather not make a big mess like that. I'll try to protect it and put drop cloths, stuff like that, but basically I thought about sanding it down that way I could have it done now, but then I look and it's like, you see spots like that right there. That's old, and that's where I've tried to flatten out the walls to match. You'd have just had to see the way this room was. It was horrible and hideous. Any of those words, terrible. A lot of work involved, a lot of scraping and layers and all that. So anyway, there's stuff been built out. I know for sure over here it's been built out quite a bit. And so, and to think into it, I think it would be my best option just to wait and cross the road when it comes. Because with the way lumber is now and trying to get your hands on some good lumber, it's just a lot of factors, like right here. So you come out here and look at this. This is obviously busted out, way out from the wall. I tried to tap it back in, it's not going anywhere. So that'll probably come out anyway. It looks pretty old, rotted. You got stuff like that. This was completely sunk way back in there. And then you're trying to match up to baseboards and stuff. So when I'm thinking about what to do in here, it's like, I'm thinking it would be easier to just see what quality wood I end up with. I'm assuming if I can get some nice straight oak to match what was over there, I know that won't be cheap, but long term, it should hold up pretty good. Less bowing over time, I would hope, being such a hard wood. Catch it good and straight, and then know what I'm looking at. For all I know, they may have a bunch of bowed stuff and I have to match to the bowing of the wood, and then build or sand down anyway regardless. So I think that my decision is going to be just to wait, and then go from there on the baseboards and gaps, and hopefully I get lucky. See, what I was getting at was like, kind of hard to see without the light, but well, it actually showed up on here a lot better than it does where I'm looking at it. So you can see right there, that's old. Like, there's been layers matching it out. It's nice and flat when you put your hand to it. But then you've got like down here, it's built out. But the problem is, yeah, I could sand it down, but then I'm going to hit this hard plaster wavy stuff. So, and it kind of defeats the purpose of just flattening everything out. So if I have to build out, fill in gaps, I'm assuming that'd probably be my smart bet. Instead of, because I could bring a line 7 inches 3/4 high, sand it way back, get it nice and flat. Well, then I'll have to compensate up above that to blend it in and match it in, and like I said, some of it's wavy hard plaster back there. I'll try to throw up some old videos or photos of how this used to look. So that's just stuff to consider. Like I said, I want to try to be transparent with what's going on, and type of stuff you're going to run into is, do it yourself or renovating, remodeling, all that, whatever you want to call it. I do enjoy it. I'm pretty excited about getting into the final stages. And then from there, I'll head out into the hallway and I'll target it pretty hard. As of now, it's just kind of little here, little there. So then when I do go at it, hopefully between my buddy and I and help and hammer it out pretty hard. I'm not 100% rookie. Certainly no professional. I guess in my experience, I've kind of dabbled in this going on about 10 years now. That was before YouTube had so much content on it. And like I said, Vancouver Carpenter, it'd be the shout out to him where I've strengthened the most. So a lot of this stuff you could find, I've probably learned from him. I don't want to do what they call regurgitating content. Try to keep it more this custom stuff I run into. I always tell my friends and stuff like that, don't forget your research. So always trying to look into a smart way to do stuff. Time management, money management. So that's what's going on. At some point I'll probably do a video on how the baseboards come out and then what to do about that from there. So anyway, that's it for now. Bye.